So I was a single child most my life until my father remarried, and now I have a 5-year-old sister. But you know what else I have? Cousins. A lot of cousins. My mom would take me to her mother's, my grandparents' house, and there lived this absolute monster. My cousin, my elder brother. Let's call him Ace, because I also thought he was cool as a kid. I was in 5th standard, by the way. And our parents would get talking, and there was like an entire forest near our home. So our parents would force us to play together, and of course Ace, who is 5 years older, would take, or should I say force me with him to the forest. And over time we created a little game of ours called Game Over, which at the time I thought was the greatest name I ever heard. Enter the forest. So he told me there was levels up until level 250, which he said he completed all, which was a lie, and now he would guide me in completing those levels. Level 1. It was actually quite easy. I just had to jump from a 2-feet edge. Most of these levels included either jumping or climbing things, and they were quite easy for me, but that was until level 21. There was a huge abandoned tank which you could climb, but some parts of the stairs were missing, especially the ones at the last, so my brother helped me to climb it. But what he did next was insane. The tank was like 9 or 10 feet tall, but I was freaking 10 years old, and as I turned back to say, "Now what?" to my brother, I saw him jump from the tank, and I shit my pants. I looked down to see if he was fine, and he was fine. But then he looks back at me like a villain and says, "You are next." My body turns cold and I was scared as fuck. "Now what the fuck? Hell no, I ain't gonna jump." I was 10 years old. I tried to use the stairs to go back, but I realized the next step of ladder was too far for me to reach, and I would literally fall if I tried to do so. Therefore, using the Pythagoras theorem, I came to the conclusion that I had only one option: to jump to my death. As I am panicking and running all over the tank, he's scolding me, "Whether you jump or I'm leaving." And I am crying over there. And after like 10 to 20 minutes, since I had no option, I mustered up all the courage I had, and I jumped. The moment I felt my feet touch the ground, I knew it was over for my legs. It felt like my legs were internally damaged, and I am crying and rolling on the ground. And this motherfucker looks down on me and says, "See, nothing happened." Nothing happened? You don't see the excruciating pain I'm in? And he was like, "I see no blood. Come on, next level." The fuck you mean next level? I was so focused on the pain and crying. He was saying something in the background, but I couldn't really tell what. He was probably still scolding me, but he did carry me home, and I was crying all the way. We reached the front door. He puts me down and makes probably the worst devilish face and says, "Stop crying." As we would get in trouble if I didn't. I did try to stop, but I just couldn't with all the pain. And there was like this little shed at the side where we kept all the tools, you know, the sledgehammer, wrench and all that shit. This dude literally grabs a machete at me and points at me and says, "Stop crying or else I'll cut your head." I'm in fear. I just froze because I have like this fear. If you point a knife or some sharp thing at me, I will be scared as fuck. After 3 seconds, this dude swings that machete at me, and it went near my ear, my nose, my shoulder. He wasn't trying to hurt me or anything, but while all this is happening, this guy is literally smiling. As soon as he stops, I jump at the door and start banging intensely. And then my grandmother opens the door and I try to sprint, but my legs were injured, so I just fall flat on my face. My mom comes and picks me up and I tell her everything. And while I'm telling her everything, my brother is still smiling, by the way. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? He finds enjoyment in me crying. I remember everyone scolding him, and I was small, so that's all I could remember. I did get medical help. And that's it for this video. I have lots of stories like this, so if you want part 2, make sure to comment, like, and subscribe.